Hey guys, this is the Bubble. So first Wi-Fi battle, I'm just going to get right into it. I'm facing off against Jay here. So you can see my team. I'm going to lead off with a Flygon. This Flygon is super convenient because it's got a Choice Scarf, and then it has U-turn, so it's a really good lead, so it can come in and it just switch out. It's really good. Oh, and it's also got Fire Punch for things like Bronzong. The U-turn's especially convenient due to the abundance of Psychic Pokemon and especially Psychic leads. He goes in with Stealth Rock, but if you look at my team, Stealth Rock doesn't really bother me that much. I have a Steel type, a Fighting type, I've got Flygon, I got Swampert, so Stealth Rock doesn't really bother me. Bronzong decides to leave, in comes Slowbro, but I am Choice Scarfed into Fire Punch, so that's going to be kind of unfortunate because I'm going to have to switch out Flygon without using U-turn. Not very effective, but he gets a burn, which is very lucky on my part. He heals with his leftovers, but burn damage is more than leftover damage. So now it's basically on him to predict which Pokemon I'm going to send in. That Pokemon is my Bisharp, because I'm pretty sure he's going to use some sort of Psychic type attack or something of that sort. But no, he uses a Thunder Wave. Yeah, he knew I was going to go in with something, and he figured it wouldn't be Swampert. I don't know, I guess he made a good bet that it wouldn't be Swampert. But now my Bisharp's paralyzed. But in terms of Pokemon to be paralyzed, Bisharp really isn't that bad, because Bisharp's main strategy is to use Substitute, and then Swords Dance, and then Sucker Punch. And Sucker Punch, if you can pull it off, always goes first. The drawback, of course, is that if the opponent uses a move that isn't an attacking move, then you just utterly fail. So yeah, there I go with my Substitute. Oh, my last move is Brick Break, by the way. I originally started off with this Bisharp. I originally started off using Iron Head, but there was just so many lacks, just so many things that Bisharp just could not hit that could completely wall Bisharp. Anyway, so he's got Earthquake. On the turn that I'm using Swords Dance. That's not good because I'm paralyzed, which makes me slower than Bronzong, which will make it difficult to use a substitute. I can't move. I'm actually kind of glad for that, because if I'd been able to use Swords Dance, I might have been, like reluctant or something to switch out. But no, I got paralyzed, so now I'm free to leave whenever I so desire. So he's got a Bronzong up. I'm gonna want to switch into my Azelf. Since this Bronzong doesn't have Thunder Wave or anything on his, he's gonna be using Earthquake on this turn because he doesn't want to overpredict. He really is in no position to overpredict against that Bisharp. But I really don't think this Bronzong can do much to my Azelf, and that's gonna let me set up. This Azelf likes to set up with Nasty Plot and then just completely tear through the opponent's team with a combination of Psychic, Grass Knot, and I think Fire Blast. So he's gonna miss with Toxic, which is kind of hilarious, but it's also kind of hacks. So yeah, So I'm gonna, yeah, there it is. I'm gonna hit his Bronzong in the face with a Fire Blast. So yeah, that's probably going to take it out, considering almost no Bronzongs run Heatproof. Someone might actually consider running Heatproof with Bronzong just because no one really expects it. So you could do a little mimicry to not get hit with ground type attacks because people will think you're using a ground type attack. Anyway, so Azelf has really high speed and now godlike special attack after that Nasty Plot, so we'll be able to outspeed and I think take out this Raikou with a Psychic. Yeah, so Raikou goes down. A lot of people like putting a Psyshock on Pokemon like Azelf. I figure, you know what, if you've got a special attacker, hit the guy with special attacking moves. Like, I don't want to get walled out by a regular defensive wall with my special attacking Pokemon. I don't know, I decided to use Fire Blast in that situation because hell, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter at this point. He can get me with a Dragon Tail. That'll force Azelf out. That really does suck, especially with the critical hit. But in comes Flygon, so I'm going to be able to do, I think I do my little quick switch tricky trick here with Flygon with U-turn here. Let's see what I do. He restores the leftovers, and yeah, there I go, U-turn. Bye-bye. So I'm going to switch out. I think I'm not quite sure what he's going to do. I think he might just go in for another Dragon Tail. So I'm going to send in Swampert, very good physical defender, totally capable of taking a Dragon Tail. He uses Wish, not rather than Dragon Tail. That means that this Lickilicky is going to be very, very annoying. I don't know. I might consider at some point in this battle sending in Mew against that Lickilicky, or if only it didn't have Dragon Tail, because Mew is basically the same thing as Azelf, and it's actually really funny because after Azelf, if I set up with Azelf, after it's finished just tearing up the opponent's team, they finally take out the Azelf. I send in Mew. I'm like, oh hey, guess what? It's the same Pokemon. It's got Psychic, Nasty Plot, and then I do not remember what its other two attacks are, but it's the same Pokemon except a little bit slower but with better defenses. Remember, Mew has 100 base HP defense and special defense. That really cannot be overlooked. That is really really good defenses. But yeah, failed. Burn. Oh right, because I tried to use Toxic and he'd seen my using Toxic. He predicted that and then gone in with Slowbro. I mean, it's a good predict, I guess, but it didn't really do anything for him. I mean, he lost a turn, I lost a turn. Slowbro doesn't have any particular advantage against Swampert. He just slacked off, and after the burn and leftovers, we're pretty much back to where we started. Now he's got the Slowbro hanging out, so I'm going to switch out. I think I go into Heracross. Because Heracross, what with Megahorn and all that jazz, it's really good against this Bisharp. Scald, I'm actually really hoping for a burn because Heracross has guts. So if Heracross gets burned with a Choice Scarf and Heracross's ridiculous base attack, it becomes just a titan, an absolute monster. But no, that does not occur, unfortunately. I use Megahorn, super effective, 120 base power. Slowbro really does not stand a chance against that Megahorn, and he dies. Goodbye, Slowbro. Have a nice trip. Alright, so he sends in his own Mew. I have no clue why. I don't think I don't know. I think what he what he thought was that a Heracross couldn't take out a Slowbro with a Choice Scarf with Megahorn, so he figured that I didn't have a Choice Scarf because he thought that it wouldn't be that Heracross wouldn't be powerful enough without a Choice Scarf. So that he thought that he could outspeed my Heracross with his base 100 speed Mew, but turns out he was wrong. So he goes in with Darmanitan. I come back with Azelf. I just have to sack someone at this point, and Azelf only had what 59 HP, and so I'm just gonna let Azelf die here. So yeah, I think now I can send in Swampert. Swampert with pretty awesome defenses against Darmanitan. Both its types are super effective against the fire type. So he withdraws and he goes in with his Lickilicky, which I'm pretty sure can wall Swampert very effectively. So I'll hit it with the Earthquake intended for Darmanitan, since at this point it doesn't have anything that's immune or even resistant to Earthquake. So Earthquake is a pretty safe bet. I think I might be in the threshold where I can hit it. Or yeah, I'm just gonna use Toxic, and since Lickilicky is a staller and Toxic really does ruin its entire ride. It'll use Wish, but I mean as you know, Toxic will just keep building in power every single turn. Yeah, at this point Toxic does as much damage as leftover heals, but that's gonna double next turn and increase even more after that. So I'm gonna send in my Mew to set up Nasty Plot and all that really sweet stuff. So he's gonna use Heal Bell to just kind of eliminate my Toxic. I mean, turn for turn, it's not really that bad of a sequence of events. So yeah, he gets healed by Wish. I know this is just gonna keep happening, so I have to do something. I don't predict him using Dragon Tail, or no. Right now I'm gonna use Nasty Plot because I don't think he's gonna use Dragon Tail at this point, because I don't know, I figured he'd try to use he'd predict my using an attacking move and then use Wish, but no, he uses Dragon Tail. Sends out my special attack, awesome Mew. In comes Flygon, and I don't wanna U-turn out with Flygon at this point, so I'm just gonna you are gonna die, sir. Lickilicky. So I hit him with an Outrage. Flygon's base attack really cannot be overlooked, especially with Outrage. 120 base power. I don't face the consequences of Outrage because he's just going to Dragon Tail me out. Normally Outrage would confuse me after a few turns, but not this time. I'm going to send in Bisharp, and this is actually really convenient switch in because Dragon Tail doesn't work if your opponent has set up a substitute. And Bisharp has substitute. Not only that, but it's a steel type, and it has really good defenses, and I'm pretty sure quite a few defense EVs. So Dragon Tail will not be able to take out my substitute with very much ease. He protects himself, and I get paralyzed, which is really frustrating because I could have set up a free substitute on that turn after his wasted protect, but no. So yeah, he's gonna use protect again. I don't know why. I guess he thought that that's why I tried to go right in with the Brick Break. So yeah, Brick Break failed because of his protect. Turns out that was pretty foolish of me. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to set up a substitute at this point so he can't Dragon Tail me out, and then maybe I can go in with I can get up some Swords Dances because Dragon Tail really will not. I really can wall Dragon Tail with substitute, and if he ever manages to break the substitute, provided I don't get Parahaxed, I can just set up another substitute, even though I might have lower speed than that Lickilicky, because Dragon Tail always goes last. So I'll heal myself with his leftovers, and then I'll start to set up with Swords Dance, and he starts to realize that he's kind of in trouble because I'm gonna be upping my attack, and I've got that Brick Break in my arsenal, and his Dragon Tail really cannot do anything to my Bisharp. Yeah, I will not fade on this turn. I really don't know how little that Dragon Tail does, but I don't think Lickilicky has that high attack. Dragon Tail is base 60, and it's not very effective against Bisharp. Like I said, Bisharp has really high defenses, so I'm going to have a lot of time with the substitute, especially considering his moves are Dragon Tail, Wish, Protect, and Heal Bell. So his only attacking move is Dragon Tail. So I can just completely wall this Lickilicky. What he's hoping for is to take out my substitute with Dragon Tail, then have me get Parahaxed so he can hit me with a Dragon Tail and get rid of my Swords Dance boost. But yeah, he realizes that's not a very good strategy. He's going to go in with Darmanitan. On this turn I decided to attack, so I'm going to hit that Darmanitan with a Brick Break. It is going to do substantial damage because I have Swords Dance and quite a few attack EVs, so that Darmanitan is going to get hurt really bad, but I think it might have had some defense or some HP, maybe a little bit of HP, because it didn't fully take it out, but it doesn't matter. Darmanitan's attacking, I know he's attacking, so I can hit him with a Sucker Punch. And yeah, there's no way he's going to survive that, because not only is it higher power, but he has absolutely no HP left, and it's a stab, because Sucker Punch is Dark type. So Lickilicky, Lickilicky will get hit with Brick Break. I'm pretty sure it's his last Pokemon. Yeah, Lickilicky's his last Pokemon. So Brick Break, super effective, Swords Dance, not full HP. Goodbye, Lickilicky. Have a nice day. So yeah, that's the end of the match. I actually only lost one Pokemon, and that was Azelf, whom I sacked. So yeah, pretty solid match. First one in Wi-Fi. So I'll hope to bring you more like that soon. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.